Yeah. Very warm good morning to my dear students and my teachers. As myself, Jayashree Hariom Jaiswal from Chinchauli MPS. Today I am here to take my session lecture on subject Science 2 of class 9. So, my dear students, today we will deal with our topic, that is chapter number 8, useful and harmful microbes. As the topic suggests, useful and harmful means this is just related to our daily routine. Okay, students? Yeah. Science 2, chapter 8, useful and harmful microbes. As students, we all are aware of that our environment comprises of lots of diversities of many organisms. Yes, in our environment, there are too many organisms. Yes, and they persist in many ways. Yeah, they are living in water, sea water. Yes, in water means there are different types of waterways also. Ways means in that the organisms are living. That is in water, sea water. It will be in a saline water, yeah, as well as on land. So there are many types of organisms, starting from smaller to bigger size, from smaller to bigger size, or from simpler cell to the complex organizations of the cells. So today what we are seeing that there are some small microscopic organisms, small microscopic organisms which are called as a microorganisms. Means what? The living organisms which cannot be seen with the naked eyes, but those that are all around us and we can see with the help of the microscope are called as microbes or microorganisms. Up till here you understood the meaning of microbes. Microbes means what? The living organisms which cannot be seen with the naked eyes, but with the help of microscope we can see it. Okay? Now, where do we find these microbes? As in our environment, there are many what? Things where these microbes can be present. So now we will start seeing these pictures. Okay. Yeah. Now see the first picture. What is this picture? This picture is a hot water spring, and in this microbes are present. Yes. But for what purpose they are present? They are responsible for what? For maintaining the temperature of water. So they are present in this hot water spring. Yes, students. So this type of microbes are called as thermophils. Yes, they are found in hot water spring. Then they are present in the soil. For what purpose? Because they are responsible for fixation of nitrogen or even to carrying out the process of decomposition. Yes. Then next, it is water. Water may be in the form of saline water. Yeah, it's in many types. Yes, for what purpose? In the same way, they are helpful for the nature. Yes. Then see the ice, then saline water. In this, all these matters, these microbes are present. See the next one. This one is sewage water. It includes what? Garbage and all coming from the industries, from the residential areas. Yes. In this also microbes are needed. Why? So that they can decompose the waste material. Even though they are present on the body of an organism or a human body also. Yes, as it is seen in this picture, they are present on or near our body. They are also present in the body also. Yes. So students, where do we find the microbes? It may be in the any matter, that is hot water spring, soil, water, ice, saline water, sewage water, and even though on the body of the organisms and in the body of the organisms. Up till here you understood where these microbes are found? Yeah. Now on the basis of this, there are different types of microorganisms. Yeah, there are different types of microorganisms. But on the basis of the cellular organization, this microbes, they are classified into two major types. On the basis of cellular organization, these microbes are classified into two major types. First one is prokaryotic. Now, what is prokaryotic? Now, in the term prokaryotic, pro means primitive and karyotic means karyon means nucleus. Primitive nucleus. Yeah. Primitive. So this prokaryotic microorganisms are also called as a primitive type of organisms. Now, what are the characteristics of this prokaryotic organisms? It has no nuclear membrane. Means membrane bound cell organelles are absent. There is no cell organelle. There is no nuclear membrane. Due to this, they are called as what? Unicellular. So, mostly these organisms are unicellular as they are not having nuclear membrane. All the genetic material is dispersed in the body of a organism. There is not a particular place of this genetic material. As there is no nuclear membrane, this genetic material is dispersed in the body of an organism. And how does this observe? When we see these objects, microorganisms in microscopes, it looks like a rod shape. Yeah, understood up till here? This is the first type, that is prokaryotic. Moving further, this term, it is eukaryotic. Eukaryotic, in this term, EU means two. In the same way, karyon means nucleus. The term only indicates that there are two nucleus plus they have, see, it is written membrane bound cell organelles present. It means what? They have true nuclear membrane. They are having nuclear membrane. If it is having nuclear membrane means what? Yeah, but they are unicellular also. So what is this example? Which example comes in this unicellular? It is paramecium. What it is? It is paramecium. These are the unicellular microorganisms which are having what? Nuclear membrane. Now in this way only, in this only, multicellular nuclear membranes is also present in these microorganisms. For the examples are what? Euglena, nostoc. Yes, students? So, due to this cell membrane, what happens? The genetic material like DNA, RNA, they are present in this nuclear membrane bonding. Yes, students, there are two different types of microorganisms, prokaryotic, eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means there is no nuclear membrane. In eukaryotic, there are nuclear membrane. Prokaryotic only unicellular, but in eukaryotic, unicellular and multicellular. As prokaryotic is having no nuclear membrane, genetic material is dispersed or dispersed in the body only. But as in eukaryotic, what? Cell membrane is there. It is just present in that only. What? Genetic material. That is DNA and RNA. Yes. Up till here you understood. Now we will move forward. Now, there are different types of microorganisms. See in the picture, there is a T diagram having algae, fungi, protozoa, bacteria, virus. Now first we will deal with the algae. See the color of this, what it is? Green. First thing, what come in our mind? That it is green in color. Now, these are the plant-like microorganisms. What? Algae, which have presence of chlorophyll. Yes, they are in green color. That means what? There is a presence of chlorophyll, which is responsible for what? For photosynthesis. Yes, students? So, this and one more thing. When the evolution of Earth has begun, this was the first plant developed in the water, from where the process of photosynthesis begins. So, who is the starter? Algae. Now moving forward, that is fungi. Fungus. Now students, you have seen it grows on the stale food. Now what is a stale food? The food which is kept outside for a longer time and then a black color fungus comes. For example, whenever your mama forgot to keep the bread in the refrigerator and when it is kept for longer time outside, we see the black color fungus is seen on the bread. That is fungus. Understood? Next one is protozoa. In the previous slide only we have seen this formation with this protozoa. These are the unicellular organisms. Yeah. Next one is bacteria. We all are very aware of this bacteria. Then next is virus. This virus means what? This pandemic period which we are facing, it is due to which virus? Due to coronavirus. And you are seeing how they are infecting us. Up till here, you understand different types of microorganisms. That is algae, which is green in color, fungi, protozoa, bacteria, and virus. Now moving forward. Now on this basis only, microorganisms is divided into two types. Now we are going to our main topic, that is useful and harmful. Now, useful microorganisms. Now what are the and how they help? Useful microorganisms which help us in bakery. At our home we make idli, curd, yeah, in dairies, food industries, all this is what? They are the microorganisms which are helping us. We call them as what? Useful microorganisms. Yes, and some this useful microorganisms which are eatables. Yeah, and eatables means what? Which the from which the things are made. This eatables means eatables which are made healthy by aiding useful bacteria are called as what? Probiotics. They are called as probiotics. Eatables which are made healthy by aiding useful bacteria are called as probiotics. Yes, and due to this, the food which we eat, it becomes very proteinaceous. Okay. So this useful, it is used in bakery and dairy industries also. Now see the next one, it is decompose. Decomposers. Now decomposers means what? They help to decompose of decomposition of the garbage. Yes, if suppose these microorganisms will not help to decompose the garbage, what will happen then? In our environment, in our surrounding, we see only garbages. Yes, as a human being, we are not what? We are not putting all these garbages in the dustbins. What then? What will happen? And if these decomposers are absent, what will happen? In all our surrounding, we will see what? All the garbages. So this in this way, these are very helpful microorganism. Later on, we will see that which organisms, which microorganisms are useful. Yes. Now, harmful microorganisms. Now, what are harmful microorganisms? They are capable of causing infectious diseases. They are capable of causing infectious diseases. See in this picture, the sores are seen in the on the palm or on the hand. Yes. So it produces or it creates a skin diseases. So we can face skin diseases problems. See, due to this harmful microorganisms, we can face influenza. Means influenza, we suffer from flu. This is all due to this harmful microorganism, that is viruses. Okay. So on the useful and harmful, we differentiate these microorganisms, useful and harmful. Now moving forward. Now students, we will perform, or you should perform whenever we are having the offline classes, we can perform this activity. To what? To study the lactobacilli. Now this one is the first useful microorganism, that is lactobacilli. Yes. Now, how does we will perform this? Now, see the first step. Smear a drop of fresh buttermilk on a glass slide. Smear means we have to put only one drop of buttermilk. Now, what is a buttermilk? Buttermilk means charge, a dilute form of a curd. Yes, it is a buttermilk. So, first of all, put or smear a drop of buttermilk on a slide. Then stain it with a methylene blue. Methylene blue is a solution. When we put on this, then what we have to put? We have to put a cover slip. It is a glass mat. Okay. And then after putting the cover slip, we have to blot out all the extra dilute solution from that. And after this, we have to observe the smear under the 10x objective of a compound microscope. First of all, we will observe in the 10x objective of a compound microscope, and then with the more powerful, that is 60x objective microscope. So, now did you notice when we will observe this slide under the 10x objective of a compound microscope, then what we will observe? We will see this portion, that is a blue rod shaped, yeah, blue rod shaped this lactobacilli. Yeah, see in this picture you will see. In this way, these are formed. They are lactobacilli, a kind of bacteria. They are minute and rectangular in shape. Lactobacilli are anaerobic bacteria. What do you mean by anaerobic bacteria? Anaerobic bacteria, that is, they can produce energy without the use of oxygen. So, in this way, this lactobacilli is seen under the microscope. Up till here, you understood the students that how this lactobacilli is seen in the slide. So, when we are consuming this buttermilk means we are taking this also. But these are useful to us. Yes. Now what are the uses of this lactobacillus? Now, what are the uses of this lactobacillus? Now, see, what we will think that how is this yogurt is made from the milk? What exactly happened in this process? Do you know what happens in this process? See, now we will see. The lactobacilli, which is present in this buttermilk or in this, what it do? It converts the lactose, means what? The sugar in the milk into lactic acid. This lactobacilli is mostly seen or is in the pairing with the sugar in the milk. So what it do? This lactobacilli convert the lactose into lactic acid, and this process is called as a fermentation. What it is called as a fermentation. As a result, what happens, and due to this only, the change of pH of milk decreases and becomes acidic, and this causes coagulation of milk proteins. Now the students will think, what is this word coagulation? Now see, whenever you see the curd, it's in a thick matter, thick form. So this thick form, converting milk into a thick form, it is called as a, it is said to be as a coagulation. Yes. So thus milk proteins are separated from other constituents of the milk. And this is what happens when milk changes into yogurt. Okay. So yogurt has a specific SOR test due to what? Due to lactic acid, and this conversion of this lactose into lactic acid, it is performed by whom? By the lactobacillus. Yes, students. And this low pH destroys what? Harmful microbes present in the milk. Up till here you understood that how is this yogurt made from the milk, and when, what exactly happens in this process. Now moving further. Now another question. What? That why do doctors advise you to have yogurt or buttermilk if you have indigestion or a abdominal discomfort? Yes, students, whenever we face any problem with related to the stomach or indigestion, what happens? What our doctor advise? To take what? Yes, do you know? What we take? We usually take buttermilk. So doctor advise you to eat yogurt or milk products if you have improper digestion or acidity related issues. Because why? Because yogurt and milk product contains gut friendly bacteria, and this friendly bacteria means what? Lactobacillus, such as lactobacillus, which helps releasing the acidity of a stomach by ashing of the walls. Up till here you understand why the doctor suggests us to take this buttermilk or a yogurt. This bacteria are probiotics. Probiotics, and also in improving the muscular movement and reduces acidity. Yes, in this way, this lactobacillus help us. So they are included in what? In useful microorganisms. Now, sometimes happens, see, sometimes yogurt become bitter and froths up. Why does this happen? Why? Why does this happen? Do you know? As during fermentation process, the lactose present in the milk is converted into lactic acid under a ambient environmental conditions. But when the optimum consistency is raised and it is to be refrigerated to stop the fermentation process. Yes, whenever whenever a milk is kept for a curdling, after some time we have to keep this curd into a refrigerator. For what purpose? So that the fermentation process will stop. And but when we forgot to keep this in the refrigerator, then what will happen? If this is not done, then the fermentation continues and more amount of lactic acid is produced and turns the curd bitter. Understood? So it is suggested that whenever this curdling or a fermentation process, eatable things are done, after some time, it should be refrigerated. It is confirmly done. Otherwise, we can see the bad effects also. See, if the curd is kept outside, it increases bitterness. Yes or no? Then it will be more acidic. So, in this way, whenever we doing curdling or fermentation process, we have to refrigerate it. Yeah. Now, which different milk products are obtained at home by fermentation of the cream from the milk? Now, there are many milk products which your mother is making, or your grandmother. I am also. Yes. So, which are the different examples? We will see. First one is butter. This product, butter, is very much or it is very much favorite of all these small children and everyone. Yeah. So this is first one, milk product. Second, cheese. It is mostly used in pizzas and all. Piyush. What is a piyush? It is a cold yogurt drink. Yes. Then what is this? Do you know that Shrikhand? Yeah, these are the milk products. Means what? Yogurt, buttermilk, lassi, piyush. That is a yogurt drink. Butter, creams, Shrikhand, condensed milk. Condensed milk means what? Rabdi and all. Okay, this all those things can be obtained by the fermentation of the cream of milk at home. And this is just due to the useful microorganism that is lactobacillus. Okay, moving forward. Now, what are the uses of lactobacilli? Now, what are the uses of lactobacilli? First one, various, just now we have seen in the previous slide, various milk products like yogurt, buttermilk, ghee, cheese, shrikhand, etc. can be obtained by the fermentation of the milk. This is the first use. Second, lactobacilli fermentation is useful for large scale production of cider, cocoa, pickles of vegetables, etc. Means the things which are used in this Chinese items, that is cider and all, this cocoa powder, pickles of different vegetables, all this, in all this item, lactobacilli fermentation is very useful. Number three, lactobacilli and some other useful microbes taken together are used to treat abdominal discomfort. In a previous slide, we have seen that doctors suggest us to take this solutions. Yeah, not solution or juices, and these juices are having this lactobacilli, and in this they are helpful to treat abdominal discomfort. Then leavened fodder offered to domestic cattle like cows and buffaloes is fodder fermented with the help of lactobacilli. Whenever a fodder is given to a domestic cattle like cows and buffaloes, in that this lactobacilli is added. Okay, so that they are not facing any abdominal or stomach problems. Yes. Then number five, lactobacilli fermentation process is used to make what? Wine and some types of breads also. Wines, yes, and some types of bread. In this way, this lactobacilli help us and be used in our daily life. Okay, students, up till here you understood. So today what we have seen? We have seen what? We will go back so that we can understand. We will take a quick recall. Yeah. We have seen the introduction part that what this microorganisms lives in, or we find these microorganisms in what? In water, on land, and they are of different sizes. They may be in a smaller size or a bigger size. They can be from the simpler cell or to the complex cells. Yes. So the organisms which are seen or which we have to see in the microscope and which are not seen by the naked eyes, they are called as a microorganisms. And where do we find these microbes? We find these microbes in hot water spring, soil. Yes, hot water spring, soil, then water, ice. Yes, then saline water, then sewage water, and of course in on the body of an organism and in the body. Yes. Now types of microorganisms on the basis of the cellular organization. This microorganisms are classified into two major types. First one is prokaryotic. Prokaryotic means what? It is not having any nuclear membrane. Due to this, genetic material is dispersed in the body of the organisms and they are mostly unicellular, and when we see or we observe in the microscope, it look like this. Second type is eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means there is a cell membrane or a nuclear membrane, but they may be unicellular. For example, paramecium. They may be multicellular. For example, euglena, nostoc. Yes, but in this eukaryotic, genetic material is in the nuclear membrane only. Now, different types of microorganisms, that is algae, fungi, protozoa, bacteria, virus. Now, what are algae? Algae is in green color. Green color suggests that it is having chlorophyll, and due to chlorophyll, they are responsible to carry out the process of photosynthesis, and these are the first what plant developed in the water, from where the process of photosynthesis begins in the when the evolution of earth has taken place. Now fungus, I have already explained, they mostly grows on the cell food. For example, bread and all. Protozoa, these are the unicellular bacteria, due to which we can face many diseases, and the virus. Yes. Now, microorganisms are differentiated into two types: useful or microorganisms. In the useful microorganisms, they are used for bakery or in a dairy industry. Decomposes also, as if they are not present, we are having all the garbages over here near our surrounding. Yes, harmful means what? They are capable of causing infectious diseases. See, if in the picture, if you are seeing, it has been observed. Yeah, due to this, many diseases we suffer, influenza, flu. Yes. Now, we have seen the activity also, how we had to perform and how we have done this. And then when we have observed in the microscope by taking this buttermilk, and when we have stained with it methyl blue, then what we have seen, this blue slide. Yeah, blue kind of bacteria, and they are called as lactobacteria. They are minute and rectangular in shape. Yes, and these are anaerobic bacteria. Means what? They can produce energy without the use of oxygen or in the absence of air. Understood? Now we have seen how the yogurt is made from the milk. Yes, we have seen. Then we have seen why do the doctor advises to take the this buttermilk and the yogurt. I know. Yes. Now, and why we have seen the reason also why yogurt becomes bitter and froths up. Why does this happen also? Yes, this is due to what? When we don't keep this curd or anything in a refrigerator, the fermentation process goes on. So this changes we have seen or we are seeing. Now we have seen that different milk products also which are made from this: butter, cheese, piyush, shrikhand. Yeah, many different. Now, at last, what we have seen, uses of lactobacillus. We have seen, see, milk products is helpful in milk products. We have that these are useful for the large scale production of cider, cocoa, pickles, and pickles of vegetables. Yes, they are mostly useful microbes which are very useful for our abdominal discomfort also. To kettles also this is given. It is also used in the process of making wine. Yes. So now students, I have kept ready one video also, so that it will be beneficial for you. I will be showing.
Hello, Jayashree madam. Hello. Hello, Jayashree madam. Hello.
Yes ma'am, please. Am I audible? मैं सुन रही आपको सुनने आ रहा है मेरा आवाज?
Yes, madam. Yes, yes.
Yes ma'am, please. What happened ma'am?
Nothing, madam. Your voice was not audible.
Okay. I was thinking that something goes wrong. Okay. May I now? May I share?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Hello, madam. Again, you are not audible.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Wait. Now ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes students, you can see in this. Just now I explained you. Yes. How we have to see in the microscope. Yeah students. Yeah. These are lactobacilli. Okay. You have seen. Yeah. Minute and rectangular in shape. They are anaerobic bacteria. It means what? Yes, of oxygen. What we will see that they are producing energy. We have seen this. Yes. Lactose, the sugar in the milk, into lactic acid. Yeah. This process is called fermentation. Since what happens? The pH of milk decreases, causing coagulation of milk proteins. Yes. Milk proteins are separated from other constituents of milk in this way. When milk changes into yogurt as a specific sour taste due to lactic acid. Okay, harmful microbes present in the low pH. Okay, just now we have seen, all are recollecting the points. Why these doctors suggest us to take this? Yeah, we have seen this also. Why yogurt becomes bitter and floats up? Yeah, this is also we have seen that with different milk products we have obtained by at home. Thick yogurt. Yeah. Now, what are just in a few minutes before I explain what is probiotic? This is eatables which are made healthy by aiding useful bacteria. Now, which are the useful bacteria? Useful bacteria like lactobacilli. So, these are called as a probiotic. Okay. See the pictures. These are, yeah, see in this way. Why we eat this? Yeah, immunity. Yeah. So the doctor suggests us. Now uses of lactobacilli. like yogurt, milk, tea, cheese, shrikhand. These are obtained by the fermentation of the milk. Yes, lactobacilli fermentation is useful for large scale production, cider, cocoa, pickles of vegetables, etc. Yes, students, you are seeing the pictures. Lactobacilli and useful microbes taken together are used to treat abdominal discomfort. Yeah, leaven fodder offered to domestic cattle like cows and buffaloes is fodder fermented with the help of lactobacilli. Yeah, this bacilli fermentation process is used to make wine and some types of bread. Okay, students. This you have to research. Okay, how many different industries are depending on this. Types of cottage industries and factories can be started in areas with abundant milk production. This is your research. Okay, students, getting this? Now, by this, I have completed my lecture. Yes. Yes, ma'am, I have completed my lecture now.